I just opened the lounge here. Nobody's here. It's quiet. I thought I would light a cigar with you and tell you a story. When I was 7 years old, we lived in Springdale, Arkansas. My dad pastored Spring Creek Baptist Church, lovely little rock church, way out in the country. And down at the bottom of the hill was Spring Creek, for which the church was named. Lovely times. My dad pastored there from when I was 4 to 7. And when I was 7 years old, for when I was in second grade, I got piano lessons. I took them for the whole 9 months of the school year. It was the red John Thompson's piano book. And, as you progress, you learn, and there comes that time when you get a song, when you get to play more than one note and two hands at the same time. And that song came, and I was overjoyed. And it was Here Comes the Bride, of all songs. Me being a pastor's daughter, rehearsing in church. I mean, it was so fitting, don't you think? We lived, at one point, they built a parsonage up on the hill from the church. So we were living up on the hill, and this very young couple came in one day to talk to my dad, and they wanted to get married. Now, I was too young at the time to probably understand everything, but I figure she was expecting. I don't know, my dad never said. And that's why they couldn't get married at church, and why they were going to get married at our house. And I was so excited. I remember Dad telling Mom, they're going to come, and I'm going to perform the wedding ceremony. I mean, how wonderful is this? I now know how to play Here Comes the Bride. I can do like 3 notes at one time at the end of each measure. Not each measure, but whatever you call it. It's perfect. And so I told my Dad, I can play Here Comes the Bride for her. She's getting married, and it won't be at church. She won't have any music. I can play Here Comes the Bride. I'm really good. To which my dad very logically said, Deetra, the piano's in the basement. Now, my dad is smart, and that is true, but at 7 years of age, I quickly figured that out, and I was like, but you can just hold the door open and I'll play really loud. That's an easy fix, I thought. He didn't agree. He said, no, you won't be playing Here Comes the Bride. Well, I was sad for 2 reasons. One, she needed music played at her wedding, and she wasn't going to have any. But the second reason was I'd worked really hard on this song, and I didn't know if I was going to have many opportunities. Because most people in church want a lot of notes played on the piano, and I could just play 3 at one time. And I was a little sad. With everything that's happened in my life, living in New York now, everything. If you don't know, you'll have to read the Humans of New York story. I've thought about that story a lot. And even though as a parent, I think I probably would have told my child the same thing, maybe I would have been gracious enough to, I would have heard them play it, whatever. And even though my dad probably did the right thing, I still don't think it would have been that difficult for someone to hold the door open, one of my younger brothers or sister, and let me play Here Comes the Bride for her. I don't know, probably not, but still. She could have had a little music. But as I've lived my life in New York, thought about so many things, and my old life and all that I went through, I thought that story is kind of symbolic to me of so many times that I felt like I had something to offer and was told, no, you're in the basement. You won't be doing that. And nobody would hold the door open for me. So today, in the quiet of this morning, I want you to know 2 things. Always look to the light. Always look to the light. And 2, if you want to say something, you want to play something, you have something to contribute, I'll hold the door open for you, okay? Because I want to hear it. I think you can just call me the lady with the cigar. We've got so much to talk about, learn in life, support each other, but never, ever give up. I'm sending love as always.